good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. My name is Leticia and I'm back. Well, I've been away 2 weeks and well, I'm sorry to say that's because I got COVID. Yeah, but that's fine. I'm better now, but obviously I didn't have much energy through this past 2 weeks. I didn't have energy to record, much less to edit a video, and now I'm feeling 100% better and I'm back to tell you how I've been doing my makeup in the past week and before that when I wasn't sick. And that's because I changed a lot. Like before, because of the project pan and everything, I was doing a lot of I was focusing a lot actually in the project pan makeup. So for example, I was focusing in the Rare Beauty foundation and I was using it daily, but now I have something else to try. My Salt New York palette arrived. I bought it in the beginning of the month, so March like 2nd literally, and it arrived and I couldn't use because I was sick, but now I've been trying it for like less than a week though, and those are the colors I got. So let me shift here so the mirror doesn't make it glaring. So I got the two Sneaky Balm foundations in 10, neutral 10, neutral 11. This is the bronzer, the light medium bronzer. This is the contour. I think that now it's called taupe shade. This is the cocoa. This is the light rose one, and this is the highlighter, the light one. I've been using it daily, and I must say that I'm really like it doesn't look like anything I have. I don't have much though, that's true, but like it's completely different from the rest of the foundations I ever tried. Even in the past, like even when I used to buy a lot of foundations that I didn't use much but were very expensive and this is very different. So let's start the makeup and I'm gonna talk you through it. How are you feeling, by the way? End of the winter. Technically the spring already started here, but we got some like warmer days, but some cold days. Like for example, today it's one of the less cold days that we have here, hopefully. So I'm wearing like my, I don't know, midi bodycon knit dress, and I'm like having a blast because I love it so much. I'm like, it's one of my last opportunities to use it. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, I always start my makeup with the primer. Sometimes I do forget, but I've been trying, like since I got sick. So before I got sick, even before I got sick, my dermatitis was back here a little bit in my eyes, around my eyes, so I had to stop using makeup. So I stopped using makeup for like almost a week, and then I got sick from COVID, and then like I was like no makeup for like 2 weeks or so, or even more. So I got like, no, I didn't forget how to do it, but I kind of forgot a little bit of my routine. So now I'm back. I'm using the e.l.f. Pro Tip Primer, the one of Blemish Fighting Putty Primer. I got a little bit on my fingers and I apply mostly in my acne prone zone here. It is getting better, I think. It's very slow, but it is getting better. Like for example, right now I don't have like anything that is like very inflamed. I think I have like one recovering here, one here that wanted to get but didn't. So it's I think it's getting better actually. It's just very slow. I'm already in my fifth month of retinol, and it's just slow. Maybe it's gonna take like 6 months, but if you see, like, it's a lot of old marks, but yeah, I have hopes. I had to stop using the topic antibiotic because it was starting to give me allergy, like literally allergy. I tried using one soon to be pimple here, and when I, like during the night, and I applied only like on top of it, and when I woke up I had like a red rash here all around my forehead. Was like, so can't use that anymore. But it helped while it lasted, but now, so I'm just using retinol just to update you guys. If you've been going through the same things, you know, changing some ideas. That was like, in the pharmacy, they mixed both substances that went into that cream, the antibiotic, and also the one that dries, so they mixed both of them. And it did had an expiration date, which was in the 17th. But I've noticed that my skin already started to react a little bit to it before, and after was even worse. Then was like a lot of reaction to it. So just, you know, maybe it was like good to take me through like the gross of purging, but now I hopefully won't need it anymore, because technically this is my bad skin because I'm right before my period, so fingers crossed. Okay, so after this, I really like illuminating primers, but because this Nikki Balm is balmy, oh yeah, it's balmy, and my skin, it's oily. It's not like the oiliest skin you've ever seen. It's not the oiliest skin I ever had, but it's still oily. So because of that, I am using only, I tried using the illuminating primer from the Rare Beauty, which is also in my project pan, but it's a little bit too much. So now I'm using only the Pore Diffusing Primer. And I apply like all over my face, even on top of the one I just applied, because mostly what I want from the putty primer is the anti-blemishing and a little bit of the, I suppose, like the redness correction, but it's like very little. So, and just to let you guys know, yes, I've been keeping track of everything in my spreadsheet. I did not forget about that. I'm trying to like keep tabs of everything. I'll do it. And I tried applying with a sponge, and it's just like, it really doesn't seem like it picks up enough product, and that drives me a little bit insane. So I kind of gave up the sponge application, and I think it's better to use like a brush like this. It picks up like a good amount of product. Like, I don't know if you can see here. Let me try to take it out of the pen, because the packaging of this Salt New York makeup brand, it's really high quality. I can show you more after, but basically, like, I've been using it for a week, right? Look, you already have a dent in the pen. It's not like a bad thing at all, but it's like you have to, you know, because it's a cream, a balm, so I have to go in. And I feel like with the sponge, it doesn't really pick up enough product. I suppose you can apply, but it's going to be a super light application. So what I do is just like, I get product like this, and then just I never actually use like a pen with only cream products like that. Like, you technically you have a lot of space between the pens, but like every time you try to take it, they like they move a little bit in the pen, and then because they are kind of small, like they're the size of the brush, sometimes you can like take from the other shade. So that's something I'm getting used to. It's not like necessarily a bad thing, it's just like I've literally never done it before, so I have to get used to it. Okay, so I think like now it's a good moment to talk about why I think this formula is so different from everything I ever tried before. So my nose is peeling, probably because of the retinol, so kind of ignored it, because it's like really peeling. It's like a lot of skin coming up. But look at my skin. Like, you can tell that it's like it has a lot of moisturizer in it, but you can't pinpoint the makeup. Like, you can see my natural texture. You can even see like some of the blemishing because obviously it's like low coverage, but it covers so much. It's like pure pigment in moisturizer. That's almost what it is, and not in a bad way. It's like, it's just so natural. I even like, my boyfriend always like looks at my face and he's like, oh, I can see you're wearing makeup. Like, he doesn't like the makeup look, and I don't like it either. But sometimes I'm like doing experiments, like for example with the Rare Beauty foundation. Oh, finally it's showing the line. Oh, I got it right in the project pen. Oh, I marked here, and actually like it is here. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, parenthesis. With that foundation, sometimes I get that cakey look because it is heavier. In coverage, right? It's like a medium coverage. This is supposed to be light, but I feel like it's borderline a medium, but it just gives me such a natural, like, uniform look. I can't put my finger on it. The only thing that I'm not super happy, it's because I have oily skin, and my skin's getting oilier because it's the weather is getting warmer and my hormones are changing because of acne and blah blah blah. It's making it oilier, and this is very balmy, so it's like I literally can't touch my face. I feel it's not like, oh my god, now my hand is gross, but yes, there's some oil in my hand when I touch it after. So it's like I don't really feel comfortable touching it, but I'm a person that's always like my face. I know that I probably shouldn't, but I do that. So every time I use this foundation, I'm like, I can touch my face even if I powder. And I'm powdering actually like a lot to help to tone it down, because my skin produces oil enough that it's looking like that after 1 hour, even though I powdered. So that's that for people who have oily skin, but I imagine for people with dry skin, this is heaven. So let's keep going. Talking. So I'm going in, I'm not using this 11, I'm using only the 10, and by now in the summer I'll probably come to this one. For me, the 10 right now is perfectly winter, but in summer it's probably the 11. No, sorry, the 11 and then the 10. Oh my god, I'm doing everything wrong. Jesus Christ. I think like the 11 is the lighter and the 10 is the darker. Sorry. So I'm going with the bronzer anyways. So I'm just using the Real Techniques brush that I have. And I just pat it around my cheeks just to give it like I use it almost as a blush, honestly. It's just to warm up a little bit my face. My mirror now is like down here. I changed a little bit my setup. Changed a lot. Now my computer is changed with my vanity and all of that, so it's a little different, but I'm still shooting in the same place. It's just like the camera and the mirror are different right now, so you're gonna see me looking down instead of good looking at the side like I was before. And I discovered that I like to use a little bit in the nose too, and sometimes I bring it just a little bit here close to the roots. And now I'm going with the contour shade, which is taupe right now if I'm not mistaken. And I just like, I'm not big on contouring, but this is so easy that I'm doing it. So basically I just push it here on my bones, like I can feel my bones here. I just push it a little bit, and I don't come even close to the half of my face. It's just there, and then blend it a little bit. Same thing here. So it just gives a little shape. And what I also like doing is combing a little bit with it here on my nose. Gives me a little more drama on my nose, but I do like it. So I've been playing with that a little bit. Even before I was trying to do that in powder, and now that I have this cream, I'm like, okay, let's try. And it actually works well. Okay, so now for the blush, I'm using the Phytosurgeon blush, brush. And what I do is, I tip like 1, 2, 3 here, 1 here. do like a little mixing, because actually cocoa and rose mixed, it's almost the same as fume, and I love fume, and I miss fume. I really miss fume. So basically that's the mix I'm doing and I'm using right now. And because this is very light, I can use this. Like, I can't use this brush with the actual Phytosurgeon blush, because they're too pigmented and then they go out of control in my hand. But with Salt New York blush, because they are less pigmented, they look much more at home. Not at home, but like, because I'm very light complected, they don't look over easily, like overdone. So I can use this brush that are like bigger to apply it. Okay, that's what I usually do. And then if I came to close here, I don't like coming like to close here. Like, I just give it a little eraser moment here. And for the highlighter, I use a smaller brush from Phytosurgeon. I don't have to pick up a lot. I feel like the highlighter, it's a little milder and more malleable version of the Divine Skylights from Phytosurgeon. I think like the Phytosurgeon one can be much more higher impact, but is, at least for my version, I have the first version, it's very hard to take out the pen. This is just like tap, 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 get it. But it also doesn't give as much impact. This is much more natural. Even though the Phytosurgeon is extremely natural too, I think this is even more. It's more like a gloss effect. I think, yeah, you can tell here. And usually what I do now is to powder heavily. So I go into my compact powder. I don't even use the fluffy brush. I use the more compact brush, because I tried using the fluffy one and it seems like I couldn't put enough powder down to actually powder well my face. So I have to like really powder, because the oils on my skin, they are going to come back, so, and very fast actually, so I have to powder, otherwise I feel like my face is melting. That doesn't mean that I don't like this makeup. I actually like it a lot. I feel like if it was like a summer day, I probably wouldn't be able to use it. And that's really sad to me, because I just bought it and I really love it. Like, I love the finishing, but in the terms of like being very natural, but I don't, it might not be like the best makeup for me. At least where my skin is going now. No. So right now, I will take my Kaleidos face palette, the warm shade here. I'm just gonna bring it a little bit back, because it's a very good shade for to match with the ones I've just used. For the eyes, I've been using the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil from e.l.f. in the color, I'm pretty sure that this is the neutral brown. It's very weird, but it doesn't say here. Oh, neutral brown. Yes, like the smallest writing ever, but that's fine. Okay, so what I do is the worst parts of my eyebrow, like worst, because they are more like sheer, is the front in the top here. So that's what I emphasize on. So basically I try doing a base here. I'm not drawing anything like, oh, I'm drawing hairs. Not really. I don't care that much, because I use this spoolie after, you see. What I care more is to draw this arc here on top. Sometimes I finish here the edge too. Okay. See, so basically I filled up this part and this part. So it's the arc. So just like filling up where I already have eyebrows, but they are too sheer, too fine. And then I come with the spoolie and I just blend it basically with the spoolie. so you can't really see any lines. They look like shadows. And if you need, you just come with a little bit of the brush with you already have in the brush. I don't really mind that, oh, I already applied powder. Usually, like, that's not a big thing for me. Like, with the technology we have nowadays, this is really not a problem, except if you applied too much powder. But then you have another problem, probably. And now I go with my e.l.f. Wool Brow. And I just, you know, give it a little brush to help, like, make the hair a little thicker. It doesn't really have like a super stain power, but it does give a little bit of a shape, which is enough for me. I haven't been doing much for eyes. No patience. And I've been using the Phytosurgeon's the Fine Dahlia, and now today I'm gonna use the Fractal Freesia too. But usually what I do is just like an all over, so I just take it. And I apply a little bit under too. With the same brush, I just like try getting it on the edge of the brush and connecting here in the side too. And then you can do some blendy. Basically, it doesn't require like this doesn't require that much work. It's just it's very easy. And now I'm going with the same brush because I don't really care, with Fractal Freesia. And I'm gonna just lighting up and add some glitter here, the way I love doing, which is like pulling it up here. It just opens up my eyes a little bit. Something I noticed through time is that my eyes, they look better when I use like lighter shades and they open up. Okay, bangs are back. I don't like to leave them for too long, see? They start getting weird. Then mascara. And for lips, what I'm doing lately is just like coming here. What I also do sometimes is like if I feel like I lost a lot of the blush, I just come here a little bit and apply a little bit over it. And if I want to warm up a little bit, I come with the e.l.f. Sheer Slick in Golden Pear. Golden pear. And that's it. See, like, there's still shine, in a lot of shine in my face, and that's like me just applying. If you wait like 1 hour, 2 hours, it's gonna be back. So that's why I have to powder kind of heavily, but you still like, you can see this is some magic sorcery makeup, but I really like it. I'm just really sad that I will probably not be able to use it in the upcoming summer for oily reasons. But that's it. I love it. Oh yeah, the packaging, it's really cool. The mirror, it's kind of I forgot what it is. It's a concave or the lens or something, but it's small, but well, it's not really small, but it's a small mirror, like not comparing to other makeup packagings, but compared to like a mirror like you use on your table. But it makes it's like kind of puts all your face into frame, because it kind of like, it's a concave mirror or something like that. So it's really cool. It's like kind of a heavy package. You can see like the quality, it's really good. It's like really well designed. I can clearly see the Virgo in her here. And this package is sleek and it's cool, and it's heavy just enough to be firm but not too heavy. So yeah, that's it. no complaints, honestly. The zipper super high quality, like closes very well. Like I really don't have any complaints except for the fact that I have oily skin, so I probably won't be able to use this in the summer. What do you think? Did you like it? Do you like this type of makeup that is like technically very fast, but it wasn't right now? Didn't even use concealer, it's just like very natural. And do you like doing your makeup like that? Or did you ever try Salt New York? Do you want to try? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, whatever you want. Thank you, and till the next one. Bye.